Happy Saturday night. May 21st, 2021. Feeling good. Want to clarify some stuff. This is Off the Clock Thoughts with your boy Cody Wallen. After listening to the latest episode of Day on the Job, episode 8, no whipped cream, please. I realize it's whipped, but people say whip, like no whip, and they ended at that, no whip, period. I don't like saying whipped, no whipped cream. I feel like I'm being, like, I could just imagine cows being whipped for the cream, so I prefer not to say that, so that's why that's written that way. The Benjamin Netanyahu thing I said, there's two things about this story I read from the BBC. I came up, I don't know where I came up with this, 60% Palestinian and 40% Israeli, in the land or whatever, that the Israelis were fighting for, it was sacred to them. That was a made-up stat by myself. I have no idea where I came up with that. Though after listening to it, I read what they had written down was it was a majority Palestinian and majority Arab and minority Israeli, population. So in my head, that just translated to 60-40. I don't know why that is, where it came from, but that might be the case. I don't know. I didn't research it. I just read that it was majority Arab and minority Israeli. That's all it was. That's where they left it. Also, it wasn't Benjamin Netanyahu that said the thing that the Donald Trump presidency came up with this thing for them, peace deal or whatever. And Benjamin Netanyahu said that went against their thing or whatever, but actually it was opposite. He was cool with it. It was the Palestinians that said this seems one-sided, and they wouldn't go along with it. So that never went through. Those are the two clarifications. Still sober. Finished my 78 stops. I'm headed home. I'm I'm headed to the grocery store. I got about an hour, 45-minute drive. 45 minutes to an hour drive. I'm going to pick up some bison. I'm going to pick up some deodorant. I have some. It's going to be out soon. Alright, here's the thing. There's these apps nowadays where you link your bank account to this app, like Dave, Albert. I've got 3 of them. Earnin, it's the main one I use because they don't charge a giant fee for using their thing. Basically, it's an app you just put in. You can get like $100 advance on your. This is not an ad. What I'm actually doing is the opposite. I'm trying to say, don't fuck with these apps. Forgive my language. They're bad. They're a bad habit, because when I don't have the money, I'm just like, oh, I'm cool. I got 3 apps. I can just go in here, use Earn, leave a $1 tip for a $100 advance, and they just take it out of my check. But then next thing I know, it's out of my check, and it's not good to get in that habit. Trust me, I've been doing it for the whole damn pandemic. Somehow I'm scraping by, but I gotta stop fucking with it. Sorry for cussing again. Anyway, that's a thing. Feel good. Emotionally, my back hurts a little bit. I feel like I have a knot in my back for the last 5 days. Other than that, I feel good physically. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to start my carnivore diet tomorrow. I'm going, this is a promise. An off-the-clock thoughts promise from my boy Cody Wallen. I'm getting up at 5 o'clock tomorrow. I'm doing 100 reps of everything I have written down. And I got it in a book somewhere. I know where the book is too. I just forget everything that's in there. And I used to do it. It was like my routine back when I was living with the ex-in-laws. Go down to the basement. The father-in-law had a whole gym. Well, not a whole gym, but like a bench and a bunch of different sized weights, dumbbells and shit. And I would do that early in the morning and take some. I'm not a fan of this shit, but the pre-workout, oh my god, that shit sucks. It's just a bad body feeling. I thought I was gonna fucking have a heart attack. Sorry for cussing. And I would feel real itchy. And I'd just be down there just going at it. Here's a sad story. I still think about it, and every once in a while when I think about it, I tear up. It's freaking scary. I was down there one night on a day off, and I think the ex-wife was at work or something. She wasn't home. And I had my son with me downstairs. We had built this little toy box for him, me and the ex-wife, and painted it. It was pretty cool. But it was like 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground. Like tall. So I brought him down in his car seat, and he had never in our knowledge, ever in our lives, had he gotten out of his car seat. And I was on the bench. I had put him in his car seat on the toy box. So he could just like watch me move around with the weights and do stuff and be like, what's that? Like, you know, see someone do that. That was the intention. So I got down to the bench, and he can't really see me, and I can't really see him from where I'm angled, because there's a saw, like, it's a wood shop, and there's a gym kind of area in this wood shop in the basement. So there's a saw in front of me, like a table saw type of deal, and then he's on the other side in his car seat on top of this. He's like 2.5, 3 feet up off the ground. It's concrete floor. I go down to bench. I probably get 3 or 4 reps in, and I hear this Bloody Mary screaming. I throw the weights down, get up. My son's on his face on the fucking concrete floor, out of his car seat. Now, I didn't strap him in because he had never gotten out of his car seat, nor did he ever show interest of trying to get out of his car seat. So I was like, what's the point of strapping him in there? He's like tiny. He's not even like, he's just in his car seat. That's just how we did it up until that point. This little bastard, it fell out. Either he pushed himself out or he fell out onto the concrete floor, 2.5, 3 feet up in the air. Onto his, I don't know how he, I didn't see it happen. I just came up and he was screaming and he was laying on his face. It was perfectly fine from what I could see. He had no bumps, no bruises, no cuts, scratches. I ran over to him, picked him up, held him to my chest, ran upstairs to his grandfather. And he said, what happened? I said, I don't know. He fell out of his car seat. Like, I don't know what happened to him. I just know he fell out of his car seat. As soon as he went in Grandpa's arms, he calmed down a little bit, and we were like, holy shit. Well, I was like, holy shit. Grandpa didn't really seem that concerned. He just asked what happened. Like, why is the kid screaming? I was like, holy fuck. And I'm still like shaking. When I think about it, it just pops into my head. I'm like, holy fuck, my kid could be, he could have died from that shit, or been brain dead, or... That was a long fall onto a concrete floor. Being all gushy, being a gushy baby and shit. Very lucky. And I'm probably a bad dad for that shit. I didn't know. It's my first time. I'm a first time father. I don't know why I came up with that shit. I was telling that story. Maybe I wanted to get it off my chest. But it's not like I was holding it on my chest, but it was a... What do you call it? Scarring moment. And I'm just glad he's not, he like laughs and smiles and shit. I'm just glad that's there. And his memory's intact. Even after he slammed his face on the floor through the balloon the other day. He still has a memory. I'm glad that's intact. That kid, I don't know what he's up to, but he likes slamming his head on shit, and it's an issue. Anyway, it was an okay day, not too bad. It's really hot outside. It's 86 degrees, and I'm sure it's gone down because it's 4:50 in the afternoon. It's currently 4:43 p.m. I did mess up and not only eat beef jerky. After the beef jerky and the 3 Mountain Dews and the body armor, I stopped at the gas station. I got a bag of Uncle Ray's kosher dill pickle flavored chips and the sour cream and onion. Cheddar sour cream or whatever chips. I know I shouldn't do it. I'm popping out of my belt. It's ridiculous. And a Dr. Pepper, not the giant one, not a liter, but the one right below that. And then also the one right below the liter of Mountain Dew. I got a problem. I'm addicted, but I don't have a problem quitting it. I tried it the other day. I had no problem. I had no withdrawals. I wasn't shaking. I didn't have a headache. I can do it again. I'm hype about it. I want to lose this weight. My goal is to get down to 175 and then put on 5 pounds of muscle. Just get good looking, right? Get back to donating plasma. I was a platinum donor 3 years in a row, which means I donated 100 times in the year. There's like 98 and up, 98 donations and more, you're a platinum donor. But you can't like miss. If you miss like 3 weeks, you're done. Like you're out of the running or some shit like that. It's close. You cut it close if you miss like more than 3 weeks. You can only go twice a week or twice within a 7-day period. So I was going like regularly Tuesdays and Thursdays. If that would like in the morning, I'd get up at 5 o'clock, be out there by 6 when they opened, because I had to be at work by 7:30. I was knocking it out, getting out there, donating. It was like a solid almost $400 a month, just sitting there people watching and listening to people talk and listening to podcasts. And I haven't been for like 3 months. Like I just stopped going. After being like a solid, after making my 3rd time in a row being a platinum donor. Oh my God, there's a deer. Woo! I was like, alright, I gotta work on myself. I gotta stop getting, I hated getting up so early and then the feeling of having just donated and then having to go to work and not knowing what that's going to do to me. There was a time when I was landscaping. I've never blacked out in my life. I've never passed out in my life. I haven't had a bloody nose since middle school. Just random shit like that, it don't happen to me. I don't get the spins, I don't have anxiety, I don't know, this stuff, I've never had a panic attack. I don't get stuff like that. But there was this one time, and I don't know if marijuana had anything to do with it. But back when I was landscaping 2-3 years ago, they had donated early in the morning, and then we were going out to this park to mow this park. We had like 47 parks in the state of Lexington, or the city of Lexington. We got them all done every week. It was wild. I don't know how we did it. Something like that. It was a ridiculous number, and we knocked it out. There was one particular morning I went to donate. We smoked a little bit, and my vision went black. Like I couldn't see anything. Like at first it was just like a glow, and everything was just glowy. I couldn't see anything then, but then it just went black. And I was like, holy shit. I had to like just sit there. And I was like, am I dehydrated? Is it the donating? Because I donated all the time and smoked like regularly and did the landscaping job. So I didn't know what happened. I don't know why I'm bringing this up actually, but that was the only time it's ever happened to me. And then it happened to me one time when I was in California. I must have been just dehydrated, but I don't know why I'm talking about that. Got bad memory. Yeah, life's good though. Miss my people. I'm gonna get out there to California someday when the shit opens back up. I'm hype about the 2020s, man. The roaring 20s. The possibilities. The things that are yet to come. Get to watch my son age, grow up, teach him shit I want to teach him, take him places. I don't know how to feel about zoos. I'm mad at what zoos do, but I love what they're meant to be. Because where else in the world, in any time in history, were you able to take your children and see some shit that you would never be able to see unless you traveled the freaking world? Which you can't do in 2020 unless you're a billionaire, like millionaire. Unless your parents are filthy rich and they don't expect you to do anything, where are you going to be able to go and see the world? In what climate? In what fiscal climate? Is that a thing? I don't know. Probably. Sounds right, don't it? I would never be able to travel the world and see all these animals. So a zoo having all these animals in one place is awesome. I love that. I love aquariums. I love all that shit. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm split on whether they should be around or not. Because I really want to take my son to the zoo. I'm gonna be like, dude, look at that. You will never see a monkey like this ever, unless you go to somewhere like Amazon where there's monkeys. So thank you, zoo, for being here. Also, treat your animals better. But then you do the like research, you get into how they have tigers captive. It's like the shit they have to do is ridiculous. They got to keep them sedated. The monkeys, you look at them, they look like us. You can see that they're just like, fuck, I don't like being here. They're prisoners. But it's like, damn, are they safer in here than they would be in the wild? Maybe. We don't know. I don't know. I'm not a zoologist, if that's a thing. So I don't know how to feel about zoos. I enjoyed them when I was younger, and I know if I went to a zoo right now, I would enjoy it. It's not every day you get to see a white tiger, but it's like, is the feeling I get from seeing that animal and showing my kid, look at that tiger right there. When I say tiger and you say rawr, that tiger, that's the one we see on TV. We see those on TV and that's it. This is one rare time, one rare occasion we can see it in real life. It's right there. Without the zoo, that doesn't happen. Unless we go on a safari. And Daddy's working 6 days out of 7 days a week. Minimum. Still had 8 days off since July 13th, 2020. I say this number because it's significant to me. It shows I'm trying to prove a point. Not all millennials are freaking useless. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm a millennial. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I am. But all this bad talk about millennials and all this shit, like all the jokes, it's like, dude, I'm a millennial, and the grown men I work with have more days off than I do. Like, they take days off. They find a pleasure in it. And maybe, what's that word? Deflection or something? Casting my view or whatever. Maybe I'm just mad, I'm jealous that they have reasons to take off of work. Like, they have families, they have grass to cut, they have homes to take care of. And me being me, at my age, I don't have that shit. And it will be hard to ever get that shit. So I don't know, maybe I'm just mad about it. So I'm like, well, I can't do that, so I'll do this. Either way, the work ethic is there. And I don't know, I hope the shit ends. And so back to the Roaring 20s. I'm hype about it because I'm hyped to get a freaking like vacation. I want to find something better to do. Like, I love this. I love doing this. I love my job. I love being of service. I love bringing people joy, especially like at Christmas and shit. You get there with a big pink, plastic ATV, and the mom comes out like, hey, can you hide that on the side of your body and take it into the garage so the kids don't see it? I'm like, yeah, I got you. And you see them kids like 3 months later riding it. You're like, dude, I brought that. And that didn't ruin the surprise. You get to watch dogs grow. Like, there's this puppy I got. It's not my puppy. I just got it on my route. And he's like a bigger dog now. I've watched this puppy grow. It's a dope career thing if it's a career. My grandfather did it. I got his UPS, USPS, I don't know, the blue and white and red one. Red, white, and blue. The little sweater my grandma gave it to me. It's in my blood, I guess. I genuinely enjoy delivering people's parcels. But with my condition, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this. I don't know why I'm saying this. Oh yeah, I'm just hype about the Roaring 20s I'm going to be going through in my 30s. That's the other thing I forgot to mention in the last episode. I said, last night I thought about when I had my shirt off, I was jiggling my freaking love handle, and I was like, dude, we got to get rid of this. I was like, think of Hugh Jackman. That dude looks like that at his age. If I'm anything close to that, if I can pull off anything close to that, I got a solid 30 years of slaying to do. And I'm hype about that. I gotta get in shape though. I can't do it if I stay this way or if I go the negative direction. I gotta get in shape. Like him. And how old is Thor? The guy that plays Thor, Chris Hemsworth, whatever his name is. Liam or Chris? I think it's Chris. How old is that guy? I want to look like that guy. I want to look like Brad Pitt. You know? I want to get in there. Get in there. I prefer a family, but that shit's rare now. Like, everybody... Women are not having kids anymore. Like, they don't want to, because there's a whole switch going on with the new feminism movement, where they're like, we'll take the job, we'll do the thing. There's a whole like thing going on where women are just like, I'm gonna wait to have kids, and then by the time they decide to have kids, it's too late. There's a thing with men going on with the plastics, the stuff we eat, the stuff we store our food in. The actual sperm count is dropped drastically. That's happening with young adults, young men. The porn thing, that's having an effect on sex drive, libido. The internet dating thing is throwing off people. It's definitely throwing me off. I prefer I miss the days when I didn't know about like dating apps. Like, my mom met my stepdad on Plenty of Fish, and their first date was McDonald's, and they ended up getting married 3 months later. I looked down on that so hard. I was like, fuck online dating, dude. Y'all, it's not real. They've been married for like 13 years now, so something happened. But I was so against online dating, and then I got these apps, and I just verified it with myself. I'm like, dude, this is not... A, it's not working for me, and B, I'd still prefer to meet someone in real life. Like, I feel like I have a genuine connection with people, and they get me more when I meet them in real life. If you just look at my picture and see the shit I like, or look at the stupid thing I say, it's not much. I ain't got much to offer. But if you meet me in real life, you're more likely to give my dumb ass a chance. That's just from my experience. I don't know. Maybe not anymore. Maybe I ain't got it anymore. But I'm gonna try to get it back. That's what this carnivore diet's about. That's what this sobriety's about. Get it back. Be a good inspiration to my son. Start a family. Clean my health up. Just fix my speech. In the words of Jordan Peterson, be precise in your speech. I want to practice speaking. That's a small percentage of reasoning why I started this podcast. I just said that whole thing wrong, but the point is, I'd like to speak clearer. And I got a lisp, but it's not a lisp. It's because my eye teeth there's a gap between my eye teeth and the teeth before that. Not the buck teeth, but the teeth right next to that. Between the buck teeth and the eye teeth. My tongue sneaks in between these holes on both sides. Right between the eye teeth and those teeth. Just the way my teeth are set up. And I've seen this in other people. People have certain, teeth type. It's a weird thing. So I have like a lisp, but that's not even a lisp. It's like my tongue is slipping in between. Like, my S's are weird. That's why I don't like my voice when I'm making music. My S's are off. It sounds stupid. I'm thinking about just writing for other people. But I forgot even why I said this. The thing about my teeth. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm tired. I know it's because I had the freaking chips and the sodas. I was doing good until I decided to be a slob again. We're in 20s. Restaurant's gonna open. I'd like to own a restaurant too. I'd like to open up a restaurant. I want to have California burritos in it. I want to have carne asada fries in it. I want to have buffalo chicken wraps, lettuce wraps. Buffalo chicken lettuce wraps are the shit. With some provolone or some cheddar cheese. But I want healthy shit. But I can't do that right now because they'd be mad at me. They'd cancel me because I'm culturally appropriating, which I thought is what America was about. Take other people's cultures and blend them in and use them and show them, bring them out, show them to the world. I thought I brought California burritos to Kentucky. But this place, Taquera Becerra, shout out Taquera Becerra, they're the shit. Versailles, Kentucky. Check them out if you ever come through Kentucky. Right here by the airport, the Bluegrass Airport. It's about 8 miles down the road. It's delicious, completely worth it. The people are awesome. I was like, one day I came in, I tried Kentucky. I was like, can I get a California burrito? And all these different Mexican restaurants in Kentucky, or Lexington, Versailles, whatever, Nicholasville. I'd go all over and I would be like, can I get a burrito? Y'all have French fries? And they'd be like, yeah. Can I do the California burrito? And if they knew what I was talking about, I'd just be like, I got you. No salsa. I like my shit meat, cheese, sour cream, French fries. And occasionally, preferably not, but maybe refried beans. If they put them in there, I'm not mad, but I prefer not. But that's it. I don't fuck with salsa, onions, tomatoes. I don't like none of that shit. I know, I'm messing it up. I'm picky. I like what I like. don't know why I was saying that. Oh yeah, so I go to this place, the Cara Becerra. It's got the. I ask them, and they know. First of all, they know what I'm talking about. They're like, yeah, I can do a California burrito for sure. I got you, right? And it's a family-owned thing. It's a father, son, daughter, mom. It's the shit. They bring this California burrito out. It's delicious. I love it. You know what? Since I messed up today, I'm gonna have a California burrito. I'm gonna order it right now over the recording. This is a what do you call it? And listen to how kind these people are too. This little family, the Cara Becerra, and they know what I'm talking about. They know. I don't know if they know my name, but they know when I say, "Can I get the California burrito?" They know exactly what I'm talking about. I'll show up. It's in a bag. They got no onion, no sauce on it. It's the shit. These people are awesome. I don't know any of their names. But my ex-wife went to school with the son. He's cool as hell. And maybe the daughter? I don't remember. Get up the set. Alright. Yeah, so if you're ever in Versailles, Kentucky, you land here, go check them out. They got the shit. So I'm gonna get a burrito if they're open. Hopefully they're open. Hell yeah. I'm gonna get one last California burrito for a month. What's going on, bro? Can I do your California burrito? Just the meat, cheese, fries, and sour cream.
You don't want any of the cheese up on top, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I got like 15 minutes.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, bro. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye. That's my guy right there. He knows. That's the other thing I was gonna say. They know I don't like the cheese on top, and I don't know who came up with the idea to put a cheese on a burrito on top of the shell. Don't people, when they eat burritos, I know I do, like to hold the freaking burrito in my hand or hands and put it in my mouth and take a bite out of it. I don't want to order all that food in a nice, beautiful, perfectly crusted case of tortilla and then use a fork and knife to eat it? That's ridiculous. Maybe I'm being stupid and that's just how it's done. I don't know. I don't like Tex-Mex. I've been to freaking, what do you call it? There's a spot out here. It's like Tex-Mex. It's not good. They do like free chips and salsa for happy hour or some shit. Like a taco bar or nacho bar or something. It's not good. Like the food is not, it's not horrible, but it's not good. These people at the Cara Becerra right here, they get it right. They have yet to disappoint. I've never left a bad review in a restaurant, but I do remember shit. Like, I just won't go. There's several restaurants, there's 3 of them around where I live. I just won't go to anymore. One of them I went to, it was just bland. And the other 2, one of them's where we went, me and the ex-wife went to sit down with her parents when we found out she was pregnant, and then we had not an abortion, we had a miscarriage, and they sat us down and they were like, do y'all still want to get married? I said yes, because I did. I wanted a family. She said yes, because she felt trapped in the booth, literally, with her parents and me on the outside booth. Like, I would say yes too if I was her, but like, I really wanted it. But that's another spot I get sad of thinking about. Freaking that restaurant. Not sad, I don't get sad about it. I just won't eat there. I think about that situation. And then there was one more. We went to, on our first date where I met her parents, my ex-wife's dad. I was taking her to Dracula in Louisville, the theatrical show. That was awesome. Check that out if you get the chance. We went to some spot, and it just wasn't that good at all. But she liked the spot, so she was like, let's go there. I'm like, alright. Wasn't that good at all. I don't know how I came across this place. This has been a whole 20 minutes on Mexican food. I love them, and that's the point. They canceled some dude because he was white and he like started a Mexican restaurant. But the restaurant I want to start is gonna have all sorts of shit in it. I'm gonna have California burritos. I'm gonna have grilled peanut butter and grilled peanut. Yeah, it's just called grilled peanut butter. My mom made it. I'm gonna have Ichiban. I'm gonna have Pansit. I'm gonna have oh my gosh, my aunt Rebecca. Shout out. She's actually my great aunt Rebecca, Filipino, or came from the Philippines. She's definitely Filipino. She came from the Philippines. My uncle met her during Vietnam. I know, maybe that sounds weird. Maybe it's crazy. I don't know. I wasn't a part of it. All I know is I love my uncle. He's cool as hell. And I love my Aunt Rebecca, Aunt Becky. She's cool as shit. She used to babysit me and my sister when my mom was working sometimes out there in California. In Escondido, California. Shout out. Shout out Oak Hill Elementary. Yeah, she would make us Ichiban. The best ramen you can get is Ichiban. She'd make us that, and then she would also make us this stuff called Pansit. And it was these really thin, like, almost translucent angel hair noodles with like lettuce, carrots, chicken, pork maybe? I forgot what kind of meat was in there. And these really like crispy, thin egg roll type things. It was fucking It was a shout out to Action Bronson again. Fuck, that's good. That's what it was. Delicious. So I'd have so much good food in my restaurant. I'd have so much different food, I wouldn't even know what to call the restaurant. The mixing pot, melting pot. Unless it's already a chili restaurant, the melting pot. Or the conglomerate. I think I'm thinking of that word correctly. But yeah, that's another thing, another like aspiration I've had for a while now is open a restaurant. I'd love to. I've always liked cooking. I can make some mean ass omelets, some mean ass spaghetti, and some mean ass burritos. And I think that's like, I got Italian, Mexican, and then I don't even know where omelets come from. Like who made the first omelets? I don't even know what ethnicity's food that is. But I can make some mean ass omelets. Well, about to get this burrito. I'm probably gonna pick up a fat soda. I'm not using it demeaningly way or whatever. I'm saying like literally a fat soda, like probably a liter. Something I could put a whole big ass forearms worth of burrito down with. And I need soda. Here's a theory I came up with. I like carbonation with food. Here's the theory. The bubbles, as they burst in your mouth, the bubbles from the carbonation, as they burst in your mouth after you take a bite of something, it sort of breaks up the food between your teeth. It just makes sense to me. So there's that. That's why I like carbonation with my food. That's really it. I'm go home tonight with my California burrito. Everything on the inside, not the outside. Who's grabbing a burrito with cheese on it? On the outside shell. Who's doing that? They want you to sit down and cut into it, but that, I don't know. Oh, it's called Chewy's. That Tex-Mex restaurant I was thinking of is called Chewy's. They're out here in Kentucky. There are probably other places too. I'm not a fan. Yeah, this place. Please check them out. If you ever get out, to my 3 listeners maybe, if you ever get out to Kentucky, first of all, call me. Get at me on the social medias or my phone, and hit up Taqueria Becerra. That's TAQUERIA BECERRA. You bad mother. 127 North Street, West Versailles, Kentucky. 40383. Right there by the beach. Shout out Theo Vaughn. Yeah, life's good. Close to my exit. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Don't stay up too late. Get your hydration. Maybe eat a couple Reese's. Tell family and friends you love them. Stand up to hug your friends. I fuck that up sometimes too. When like last night I was sitting at the bar and this dude came in, this military vet dude, and he's kind of close to my age. But it's like, and it's the second time this same type of person came into the room, and I looked at him. I look at them as friends, like cousins, and I didn't stand up for either one of them. But it wasn't the same night. It was just like one of them was a surprise, like came up behind me, and I just like, what's happening, bro? You know, put my arm out, gave him that half a hug from sitting to standing position. That's not fun. It's an awkward thing. So that one I didn't mean to. The other one, I was just like, I was in between 2 dudes, and he was just coming by saying hi to all of us. So I just felt like, well, if I stand up, then I look like I'm trying to be like better than these guys. He just said hi too. So I just sat there and stayed there like a freaking half a loser. Anyway, let's go back to this. Yeah, stand up to hug your friends. I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. This has been Off the Clock Thoughts with your boy Cody Wallen. Go follow me on Instagram, False Amusement, or I don't know, subscribe to this podcast, and listen to the other ones. But don't do none of that this weekend. Do your thing. Do your weekend material stuff, you know? Hang out. Have fun. Enjoy the weather. It's beautiful out here. Y'all have a nice weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.